participate in the educational system. And I'm sorry, Dr. Clark is right between you and I there, so I'm gonna slide over a little bit and be able to make eye contact. That you've been working with us diligently to find the appropriate language on that. And I think we do need a little tweaking, but with that, if you would just tell us real briefly about your measure as well.
HB 206 originally spun as a complete repeal of the Postsecondary Act of 1990. With the support of this body, as well as the chairman, we've redacted that language and make it smaller, somewhere more succinct, to where that the Post-Secondary Drug Act will not be repealed. But if a student or individual or Georgian it has a marijuana conviction that is for personal use, they will not lose the Hope Scholarship or eligibility for the Hope Scholarship. While originally we're seeing the whole repeal, I understand that we move in with wisdom, justice, and moderation. So this will be a moderate step in the right direction to put us in federal standings with the Pell Grant and FAFSA, as well as recently the National Health HHS, as well as the FDA, with the urges of President Trump, has moved to do a reschedule of marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. Additionally, this bill is about stronger families, stronger communities, and stronger families, stronger communities. When individuals have access to employment, that reduces recidivism, then reduces desperation, and that reduces crime. This puts people back to work and keeps them out of jail, where our criminal justice system is already seeing the weight of multiple arrests, the weight of repeated offenders. This helps individuals stay employed, get employed, and create stronger families for stronger communities to keep Georgia the #1 place to do business. Thank you. And as you see in front of you, that is not the committee substitute. Often, these things get lost in translation when putting forth the committee substitute. If I can follow up with Brittany and see where that has specifically where we codify what personal use, marijuana for personal use is. It should be on lines 41 and 42, but I'm not sure why the committee substitute didn't make it.
No, I can say this. The committee substitute that we should be dealing with is LC 492631S. I am just told it is in my folder, but it is not in some of the members' folder. And we were, as I told you earlier, we were looking on that today, but I think that it's fair to say what you're looking to do is to peel this back so that a single offense would not be the sole reason for an individual losing access to loans and the Hope Scholarship.
Yes, sir.
And it does say possession of marijuana for personal use. If I could sound this and then we'll go to questions. What I have done is I've asked our friends down in House Judiciary to help us with a further definition of that, because personal use is a bit subjective. And I don't mean to be light about that, but you could have 2 units of something, and then you might call it for your personal use, and if you were arrested, they might say, well, you had 1 for you and a friend. That's not personal use. So the long and short of it, we're trying to get to an amount here, and again, that would be that would not be the sole reason that you could do that. You have a couple of questions here. Is that you, number 6, Dr. Clark?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you so much for this bill. I think it's an amazing bill. I did want to ask the chair if he could repeat the LC number.
I can do that. It's LC 492631S, but we will get that as we speak here. We'll have Brittany email that out, and I would tell you that we would have a tweak coming to that. Just in the lines where it says for personal use, we're either going to define personal use or use a better definition in those personal. It would be the chair's preference to define personal use for this code section, because it's used in several occasions rather than to repeat the language through multiple sections in the state code.
And
yes, ma'am.
A follow-up question. And I think it's actually answered here for me. This is not just for cannabis use, right?
Originally, the bill was intended for any drug usage. Often students, while cannabis represents a significant number, students suffer from addiction ranging from cocaine to methamphetamines to psilocybin to whatever their person may use. But moving with wisdom, justice, and moderation, our state motto, if the chair sees fit, that we move forward with marijuana for personal use.
Cannabis only for now. Okay, that answers my question. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Cannabis only for now.
Representative Stinson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just have more of a comment. I'm very impressed with the number of letters that we have here in support of this legislation. So thank you, Representative Bell, for your work on this. And I do look forward to this legislation becoming law in Georgia because, as you stated, we are the #1 state to do business. So we want to keep that reputation going and ensure that our students can receive the education they deserve so they can become productive citizens and pay taxes in this state of Georgia. So thank you.
Thank you, Representative Stinson.
Representative, I see no more questions. We'll get you some corrected language, and I hope to have you back Wednesday.
All right. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you, members of the committee.
Thank you. We're gonna go a bit out of order here. I think we have our president of the University of North Georgia that has another place that you have to be. Is Governor Floria here? Representative Wade, do you have somebody that's going to come help you? If y'all would come forward and tell us about